Good morning, children. Welcome to Sri Ramanja Vidya Mandir, a temple for learning. Children, in previous class we discussed about net force. Okay, net force, equilibrium, and how the net force is related to rest and motion of an object. Clear? So, in this session, I would like to continue our discussion on net force, children, and I will explain what are different types of forces. Okay, basing on the type of interaction, what are different types of forces. Okay, children. So, yeah, children, I already said this one is what? Algebraic sum. Okay, algebraic sum of what? Forces. On a body, there will be different types of forces acting, children. Okay, not in any particular direction. In all the directions, some forces will act. So, we need to get effect of that force. Suppose two forces are acting. What is the resultant of those two forces? Clear? Five forces are acting. What is the resultant of total five forces? Clear? That resultant or the final effect of that force. Final output of all those forces which are acting on a particular body. We need to find. Okay? So, in order to do that, we are using net force. Okay, children, yesterday we had a brief discussion on net force. So, today I will just explain the final summary of this net force. See, children, uh, whatever may be the type of body, children, sometimes uh, we we can get a situation like calculating the net force acting on a building, a car, or any person. Okay, each and every time we can't draw all those diagrams. So whatever may be the object, whether it may be a building, a car, a bus, a boy, girl, man, whatever, we use it to represent with what? A block. Clear? Simple block. What this block represents, children? Whatever it may be. Clear? Which contains some mass, okay, resting on a surface. Clear? Now, see, children, there is a chance forces may act in this direction, F1, F2, and in another case forces may act in this direction. Clear, children? Once if you observe the force F1 and F2, how they are acting? Force F1 and F2, how those two are acting, children? In the same direction. So here what is net force? In this particular case, what is the net force, children? F net is equal to F1 plus F2. In which direction that net force is acting? The net force is acting in which direction? Left side or right side? See, children, the two forces are pointing towards left. Clear? This is direction, children, and this is the total magnitude. Okay. Similarly here, what will be the net force? F net is equal to, see, children, here F1 is acting towards right, F2 is acting towards left. Means both are acting in opposite direction. So whenever they are acting in opposite direction, what we should take, children? Subtraction, right? Either F1 minus F2 or F2 minus F1. We need to subtract. So here this is what, children? Net force. Okay. Yeah. See, children, here, since both these two persons acting force on this block in same direction, we used to add. Here, since both are acting the force in the opposite directions, we used to subtract. See children, here important point. Here in this direction some 100 newtons of force is acting. Here in this direction some 15 newtons of force is acting. Okay. So here we need to calculate net force. Net force. See children, simple. First thing we need to check the direction. Since both are in opposite direction, we used to subtract. Clear. But observe children here. If I am doing 100 minus 50, how much we will get? We used to get 50 newtons, right? Or we can do like this also. F net is equal to 50 minus 100. 50 minus 100. So here how much will be the value? Minus 50 newtons. Observe this point children. Here this one is plus 50 newtons, here minus 50 newtons. What this minus indicates? Okay, so here just a small point children. What we are doing? 100 minus 50, right? So here this 100 newtons is nothing but our reference direction. That 100 newtons, this one is acting in which direction? Towards right. Okay, so our primary assumption is the block is moving towards right. Okay, primarily we need to take some reference, either left side or right side, whatever, it doesn't matter. We need to take some reference. Okay, so I took in the first case 100 as reference. Okay, so what is our assumption? Whenever we are taking references 100 newtons, once you check the direction, it is moving towards right. Okay, so the thing is, we are saying that the block is moving towards right side. Okay, now see this one. In the second case, I am taking 50. 50 as what children? 50 as reference. Means what is our assumption now? Whenever you are writing 50 minus 100, we are assuming that the block is moving towards left side. See that 15 newtons is acting towards left side now. So what is our assumption? The block is moving towards left side. Okay, but see the answer here, minus we got. Why we got minus here? Because the block actually not moving towards left, it is actually moving towards right. Understood? Again I will repeat this one children. See here. Here 100 newtons and 50 newtons. Just apply common sense. Here 100 newtons is acting towards right side. This 100 newtons is acting towards right. 15 newtons is acting towards left. See children, 100 newtons is more right. So obviously the block should move towards right side. What is the direction of motion children here? Right side. Okay, this is the condition we know. Okay, but here what we are taking children, whenever we are writing, see this example children, very important. 50 minus 100. First one what we are taking? First force 50, right? So 50 we are taking as reference. Reference we are taking in the sense we are assuming that the block is moving towards left. Okay, here what is the answer we got? Minus. Minus represents the direction what we have considered is wrong. Okay, it is opposite to 50. Minus represents opposite. Minus represent what children? Opposite. Minus symbol always represents opposite direction. So 50 we are taking reference, right? So since we got minus 50 as the answer, we need to take opposite to 15 newtons. What is opposite to 15 newtons children? Right side now. So right side is our answer. Okay, earlier, see children, I will take another example. Here I am taking another block. Now the force 75 Newton, and here this one is 25 Newton. Okay, in which direction this 75 Newtons is acting, children? In which direction? Towards right. 25 Newtons is acting towards left. Okay, both are in opposite direction. Okay, so initially, in which direction do the block move? Okay, this is a given question. 75 Newtons towards right, 25 Newtons towards left. But the direction in which the block is moving, we don't know. Initially, in this question, they did not mention what is the direction of motion of the block. In which direction the block is moving, we don't know. The given information is there is a block and two forces are acting. One is 75, another one is 25, and both are acting in opposite direction. Is it clear? The given information is what? Only the forces. But in which direction the block will move, we don't know. They did not mention in the question. We need to find in which direction the block will move. We need to find. Okay. So, since we have some common sense, by looking at that question, in which direction the force is more, towards that direction the block will move. That one we know. Without mathematical simplification, we can say that. Okay. That is general. Okay. General assumption. But mathematically we need to prove that block will move towards right side. Okay, or else mathematically we need to find in which direction the block will move. Clear now children? In this question and in previous question, okay, don't confuse here. We know how to find net force. We know due to the net force in which direction the block will move. In this case, by looking at that question, we can say since 100 newtons is more, it is acting towards right side, block will move in right direction, rightwards. Okay, by looking at that question, we can say the net force as 100 minus 50, that is 15 newtons. Clear? Generally, we can say that, but mathematically, here also 75 newtons is there, 25 newtons is there. So which force is more? 75. So towards the direction in which 75 newtons is acting, in that direction the block will move. Just generally we can say that. And net force is also, since both are in opposite direction, 75 minus 25, 50. Okay, we can say. What I am trying to explain is mathematically how we can represent that direction. Mathematically how we can represent that direction. Clear now? Mathematically. Okay, so see children, F net is equal to, okay children, in two ways we can write this one, either 75 minus 25, okay, or see children, 75 minus 25, 25 minus 75. I said that we need to subtract, but I did not mention anywhere from which number we need to subtract. See, suppose F1 and F2 are there. Let us take F1 and F2. We need to do F1 minus F2 or F2 minus F1. I did not mention anywhere. I am just saying you need to subtract. Clear now? Subtraction can be done in two ways. Either 75 minus 25 or 25 minus 75. Okay? Both ways are correct. Both are correct. Okay? So see children here, just keep in your mind, whenever you are doing 75 minus 25, remember you are considering 75 newtons is our reference direction, means the block is moving in right side. That is our, when you are writing 75 minus 25 in the sense, mathematically what it represents is the block is moving towards the direction in which the 75 newtons is acting. Okay, and here once observe what you written, reference as 25 newtons. Means here what is our assumption? We are assuming that the block is moving towards the direction in which the 25 newtons is acting. Okay. In mathematics, we no need to bother all these things, children. Directly we can write 25 minus 75 minus 50, 75 minus 25, 50. That's it. Finish. But in physics, what we need to do is we need to analyze. Okay. Why we when we are getting minus 50, why you are getting minus 50? Why what that minus represents? Everything we need to analyze. What minus represent? What plus sign represent? Everything. Clear, no? So here what is our assumption, children, in this case? In this case, what we have considered 75 minus 25, no, 75 we are taking as reference. Means what we are assuming? What is our assumption? We are assuming that block is moving towards right side. In which direction 75 newtons is acting, children? Towards right side, no. Okay. Next, in this case, when you are taking 25 minus 75, in this case, what is our assumption, children? In this case, what is our assumption? What is our assumption? Our assumption is the block is moving. See, children, in which direction 25 newtons is acting? Towards left. Block is moving towards left. Clear? Again, I am repeating, children. There is a block of some mass m. On that mass, two forces are acting like this. One is 75, another one is 25 newtons. Okay. And due to those two forces, in which direction the block will move, we don't know. Initially, in the question, they did not mention. Okay. So our target is we need to find what is the net force and in which direction the net force is acting. Okay, clear, no, children? In which direction the net force is acting, or in which direction the block will move. Both are same. In which direction net force is acting, in which direction the block is moving, both are same, children. Okay, if net force is acting towards right side, block will move towards right. If net force is acting towards left, block will move towards left. If net force is acting upwards, block will move up like elevator, lift. If net force is acting downwards, okay, then the body will move down. Clear? Here I am taking only left and right, still up and down also there. Okay, slowly we can learn. So see, children, this is the given information. So initially, since we don't know what is the direction, in the first case I am taking 75 minus 25. Okay, means what is the assumption? Block is moving towards right. Here what is the answer, children? F net is equal to 75 minus 25, in the sense 50 only, no? See, children, we got plus 50 newtons. It is not minus 50, it is plus 50. Okay, when you are getting plus 50, our assumption is correct. The block is moving towards right side only. Fine. Answer, finish. Okay. This is one method. Okay. Suppose if you took 25 minus 75. Here what is the net force, children? 25 minus 75 minus 50, right? Minus 50 newtons. Once observe, children, here minus we got. What this minus represents is we need to take opposite for our assumption. What is opposite for our assumption? Left side, children. Right side only, no? What is opposite for left? Right. So the block is moving in right direction with 50 newtons of net force. Clear, no? So whenever you are getting minus, we need to take opposite for our assumption. Okay. Suppose if you are getting any difficulty in identifying the direction mathematically, what you will do means simply calculate what is net force. Just since both are in opposite direction, we will subtract and apply your common sense. In which direction the force is more, towards that direction the block will move or net force will act. Okay, like that also we can solve. But we should know mathematically, if you are getting minus and plus, what those signs represents in physics. Okay, that's the important thing, children. Usually we can find net force. Suppose you have, I will give you different cases, children. 10 newtons, 10 newtons, 10 newtons, 12 newtons, 10 newtons, 12 newtons, 60 newtons, 50 newtons, 70 newtons, and 70 newtons, 80 newtons, 100 newtons. Okay, children, in all these cases, what is the net force? Okay, there are different cases here. What's our target? We need to find out what is the net force acting on each block. Clear? See, children, here 10 newtons is acting, both 10 newtons acting in same direction. So here what is the net force, children? 20 newtons. Next, in this case 10 newtons and 12 newtons. See, children, again both are in same direction only. Okay, both are in same direction, towards right, 10 and 12. So 10 plus 12, 22 newton. Next, here 10 and 12 both are in opposite direction, towards left, towards right. So what we should do, children? We need to subtract now. 10 minus 12, how much? 2 newtons. Next, here what is the net force, children? 60 newtons towards left, 50 newtons towards right, again opposite direction. So 60 minus 50 means 10 newtons. Next, here, children, 70 newtons towards left, 70 newtons towards right, 70 newtons towards right. So both are in same direction. So 70 plus 70, 140 newton. Next, 80 newtons towards left, 100 newtons towards right, again opposite direction. So here what would be the net force, children? 80 minus 100, 20. Okay, once try to figure out what directions, children. Once you try, what will be the directions for all these blocks? Clear? Okay, in next, see, children, yesterday I took examples. 40 newtons and 50 newtons both are acting in opposite direction. So net force 40 minus 50, that is minus 10. What this minus 10 represents, children? What is this minus represents here? Minus represents, see, initially what we took reference as 40 newtons, no. So towards this boy, the rope should move actually. That is our assumption. But ultimately what is the answer? We got minus. What minus represents? Opposite for our assumption. What is our assumption? Right side, no. So opposite we should consider. Means towards left, the rope will move. Okay, basically by looking at that one we can say who is applying more force, towards them the rope will move. Mathematically this is the assumption. Okay, you need to habituate, children. Okay, in our upcoming, like if you go to the next stage, like 9th class, 10th, and class 11, okay, you need to use mathematical analysis only in order to identify the direction. Okay, there it will be useful. Simple. When you are writing 40 minus 50, what we are assuming? The rope is moving towards, see, the rope is moving towards leftwards, means towards this boy. Okay, took reverse here. See, children, again I will take last. See here, this boy applying how much, how many newtons of force? 40. This boy applying how much? 50 on this rope. So what is the net force here on this rope? I'm taking, just take 40 minus 50. How much we will get? Minus 10. Okay. See children, initially when you are writing 40 minus 50, we are assuming that, what is our assumption? The rope is moving towards left. Okay, but in ultimate answer what we got? Minus. Minus means our assumption is wrong. We need to take opposite for that. Means opposite. Opposite in the sense what? What is the correct answer? The rope is moving towards right side. Okay, means towards this boy the rope will move. Okay children, these things I covered in the previous class. Yeah, forces and interaction. See children, interaction. Interaction means there must be a contact between two bodies. Suppose if you want to move, I want to move this boat, what I should do? I need to get into physical contact with this boat and then I can move this. Suppose if you want to open your door, okay, you need to get into physical contact, right, with the door, then only you can open. Whatever, suppose you want to push your friend, you need to get into physical contact with that boy, okay, and you need to apply force. And whether you want to pulling or pushing is nothing but what children? Force is nothing but pull or push. Okay, without interaction, it can be physical or non-physical. Physical in the sense bodies will get into physical contact. Non-physical in the sense they may not get into physical contact, but interaction will be. Suppose if you take magnets, they no need to come into physical contact. At a distance also, force of attraction will develop. Force of repulsion also will develop. Clear now? But the thing is, there should be interaction. Force is nothing but what? Pull or push. Whether you want to do pulling or pushing action, whatever it is, you need to get into what? Interaction. You need to maintain what? Interaction. Okay, only with interaction we can do action. We can perform this action like pull or push. Only by performing pull or push action, what we can do children? We can exert force. We can exert what? Force. So force requires what children? Interaction. If there is no interaction, we no need to discuss about force. If there is a force, what it represents? There is interaction between two bodies. Clear? Whenever there is force, what? There is interaction. See this boy pushing this wall here. Here actually some wall is there, and this boy pushing that wall. How he is pushing? By applying force on the wall. Means what he is doing? He is applying force with his hand on the wall. Means he is actually getting into physical contact with the wall and then he is applying force. See here, interaction of hand and wall pushing on each other. Means that person, whenever he is applying force on that wall, okay, means there is interaction between that person hand and the wall. Okay, due to Newton's third law, action and reaction, for every action there will be equal and opposite reaction, right? So whenever he is applying force on the wall, that wall also apply force on that hand. Okay, there is a point here. Wall pushing on each other in the sense, that person also pushing the wall and that wall also pushing that person. Both will act. Okay, in Newton's third law I will explain in detail regarding that, but here the focus is only the point called interaction. Okay, so interaction is between one thing and another, requires a pair of forces acting on two objects. See children, suppose if you take magnets, here north pole, here south pole, here north pole, here south pole. Okay, two bar magnets you have in your hand. Suppose if you want to move this second bar magnet, okay, you no need to get this magnet into physical contact with this. Suppose if you push this one little bit forward, automatically it will move, right? There is no physical contact between these two magnets. Between these two bar magnets, there is no physical contact. Okay, even though there is interaction. Okay, whenever you are moving that north pole towards north pole of another magnet, that magnet is responding for that and it is moving forward. Means there is interaction with no physical contact. Okay, interaction need not uh, need not to be necessarily a physical contact, children. Interaction could be physical and non-physical. Okay, interaction could be what? A physical and non-physical. Whenever there is interaction, which one will act, children? Force, right? Okay, so if that interaction is physical, take physical contact, non-physical contact. Okay, whenever there is a physical contact, in that case, if there is interaction, in that case the force whichever is acting is called contact force. Whenever there is no contact with between the bodies, physical contact, in that case, if there is interaction, clear, the force whichever is developed is called non-physical, non-contact forces. See, children, due to interaction, what we used to get? Force, right? Okay, suppose if the interaction is physical, then the force is nothing but contact force. Suppose if the interaction is non-physical, okay, then the force developed is nothing but non-contact force. Clear now, children? See, suppose here my there is my arm, okay, and I want to move this hand. Clear? If I want to move this hand, what I should do, children? Just imagine here some object is there and I need to move this object. What I should do? I need to get some other object into physical contact and I should move, right? Suppose you have a ball in front of you. If you say that ball to go like that, do the ball go? If you instruct that ball to go towards left, do the ball go on its own? It won't. What we should do? We need to apply force. In order to apply the force, what we should do? We need to get either our hand or leg into physical contact with the ball. We need to kick that ball. Simply, we need to kick. When you are kicking the ball, your leg will get into physical contact with the ball. Just imagine there is no physical contact. You are just trying to kick the ball, but there is no physical contact with your leg and the ball. Do the ball go? Means what I'm saying is you are trying to kick the ball, but your leg is not touching the ball. Your leg is not touching the ball. You're trying to kick, but there is no contact. Do the ball go? It won't, because there is no force developed. When the force will develop? Whenever there is contact, whenever there is interaction. Clear now? So there must be what? Some interaction. Whenever there is interaction, there will be what? Force. So basing on type of interactions, we have two types of forces. One is contact force, another one is non-contact force. In contact force, like see this person moving this trolley, okay, means he is catching the with his hand, he is catching the trolley and moving that. Applied force. So here there is a physical contact with the hand and the trolley, right? Next here spring. See, children, here a bob is attached to the spring. Since there is a physical contact with this bob and the spring, there is some force on that bob due to that spring. So spring force. And when see here air, I said one example yesterday. When you are running, you can feel some opposition due to air. That opposition is nothing but what? Dragging force, drag. When any plane or helicopter moving in air, there will be opposition for them, for those vehicles, okay, due to air. That opposition is nothing but what? Dragging force. So here the tire is touching the airplane or helicopter. Clear now? So there is physical contact. Here this person skating on ice. So between this rod and this ice there will be what? Some physical contact. Okay, due to this which force is acting? Frictional force. Okay, normal force children, this one I will explain in our upcoming class. Next, magnetic force. I said no children. Magnetic force comes under contact force. Suppose here if I keep some iron piece and here I kept some magnet. There is no physical contact with the iron and magnetic piece. Both are maintaining some distance. Here magnet is there, here iron piece is there. Even though magnet is able to pull that iron piece. Even though there is no physical contact between the magnet and iron piece, magnet is able to pull that iron. Okay, here in this case the force whichever is developed, that force is called what? Non-contact force, which is our magnetic force. Magnetic force. Similarly, electric force also children, and gravitational force. See, there is no physical direct contact between this pen and this earth. Even though if I leave, it is falling or not. Actually it should fly if I leave like this, but it is falling down because here gravitational force is pulling this marker down. There is no direct contact. If I leave this one, observe there is no direct contact. Even though the earth is able to pull, means gravitational force also is what children? Non-contact force. Clear? So these are different kinds of forces children, and here in our lesson we are about to discuss mainly on frictional force. We are about to discuss in detail regarding frictional force. See children, normal force is see, I will try to explain with simple example. Suppose actually if I leave, it should fall. If I leave this marker, it should fall. This is its usual direction, right? But when I am catching like this, it is not going down. Means what my palm is doing? It is applying opposite force for the gravitational force. Actually gravitational force is pulling it down, but the moment I am placing on my arm here, this marker not going down. Means what I am doing? I am applying opposite force for the gravitational force. Not only this, anywhere you can see here a block is there now. Here once observe children, here there is a block which is resting on a table. Suppose if this table is removed, it will fall down. But what this table is doing? It is acting some opposite force for the gravitational force. Gravitational force is downwards and this table is acting some force on the block in the opposite direction. That force is nothing but what children? Normal force. In means at your home, and so many examples we can take children. Not only this marker, pen and book, whatever. Like suppose you are placing some objects like a tumbler or plates on your dining table. Suppose if that table got removed, if the dining table got removed, what is the usual condition children? Every item which is placed on that will hit the floor, they will fall down. But instead of that, what the dining table is doing? It is protecting those items which are kept. Means the table is acting opposite force for the gravitational force. Okay, so in detail I will explain in our upcoming classes children regarding this normal force. In our lesson, the important our main focus will be on frictional force. So this is an introduction regarding types of forces children. Okay, in I will discuss in detail regarding frictional force in our next lecture. Okay, children. Until then, thank you and have a nice day.